Yeah, so that is, if you want to help the community and make your voice heard, that is definitely not going to hurt your case. And that's regardless of what terminal degree program you're doing. Yeah, I guarantee your family will probably be happy. Your community is going to be happy too, because you go to the mosque or something and everyone knows you're a lawyer, doctor, people come and ask you questions. And aside from that, it's just builds pride in the community. Our Muslim community are leaders in these fields, or they're participating in these prestigious fields. So community benefits. Also, if you have a good amount in the bank, you can donate to whatever you want, and that also indirect benefit of the community. And I put this one because a lot of people are like, oh, the school is hard, or you're so busy and you're on call. Like, well, we already said you can work from 9 to 2 if you wanted, but on top of that, all the free time, if you like teaching or if you like art, you can go do that in your free time. Like, I know I was a graphic arts minor. That's a big thing for me. I'm like, okay, that's my goal. I'm going to work 9 to 2, hopefully. And then I'm going to do art classes for kids in the afternoon. I know I'll be happy if I do that. And you can if you want to, so lots of options. Okay, so all that was good, but I'm going to try and give you some hard, you can kind of see this almost as a guarantee. If you get these, yeah, I made a mistake. That's kind of embarrassing. The MCAT, yeah, not out of 35. You can tell it's been a while. I had to research the other stuff, and yeah, it's kind of rusty. But you can look at these scores as a guarantee. So when you're studying, these can be your target. See, if I get this, you're definitely in school. So if you have a 30 and above, if you have a 32 MCAT and a 3.8 GPA, you're going to get into a medical school. It's definitely going to, and then it's your choice. Well, do I feel like going or do I not feel like going? Some people don't want to go, which is fine. So these are some of the big terminal degree programs. I know business, you take the GMAT, GRE, so for all of the PhD, masters, I think School of Journalism, I don't know what else, but there's GREs for a lot of them, and engineering, right? Yeah, that's on the next page. So these are some sample scores. I don't know if you guys have started researching the people who are interested in where they're going, but this gives you an idea. So these are for the business schools. Law school, I said about 166 is a good number to shoot for. GRE score, and I don't know how old these are. I just kind of Googled it, and whatever came up first, I put it here. But I will give you an idea. They don't change very much. And see, the GRE score, this is for engineering. So for all you guys who like engineering, this is just good, get a feeling for it. And also, all of these tests, they're on internet for free. If you are just curious, okay. If you are curious how you will do, go online on Chris Review, Kaplan, and they'll have chunks, or they'll have the whole test. Take it, and this is the biggest problem people get into, is they say, oh, I don't want to take this now, I want to save it till when I'm really studying. No, there's millions of tests out there. If you finish 50 tests, that's fine, buy the next book. It's only $20, it's worth it. So go take these tests online, see how you do. You're probably going to do really bad because you haven't studied, that's fine. Just kind of get a feel for it. And sometimes you'll do it and you'll be like, dang, this was really easy. If I studied a weekend, it'll be fine. Going to med school, I don't think it's hard. It really is an extension of your undergrad. That's how I see it. And you do get free time. That's a big misconception. I know, so actually some students is different, but some students they think you can't do anything. You're studying all the time. My school, easily 90% of the students, and we have about 160, 170, 90% of them are doing something else. A lot of them have kids and they're doing that. It's like, we had a couple of people who started this clinic at our school. We had no free clinic. They started it, which involves filling out paperwork, doing all that. There are people, surfing club we have. They rented a cabin in Mexico and they went for a weekend. There's people who like wilderness medicine, and they'll go in a helicopter and they'll just, if someone gets hurt, they'll go down. And, like, there's tons of things and people do that. So there's definitely time and opportunities. As soon as people here in whatever grad school, they're like, oh, student, please, like, shadow, or just, you can do whatever you like. Doors just open. Okay, and this was referred to earlier. Are you happy? It's big. And one tip that really helped me was, you know, a lot of people who are practicing physician will come give me advice of what to do. I know if you guys have heard about ROAD. Have you heard about, you guys know the ROAD? It's like this thing where the good fields in medicine is radiology, ophthalmology, anesthesiology, and dermatology. The road to happiness. Not true. These are really just the jobs where you do the least work for the most amount of money. So follow the road to happiness. No, but they are easy lifestyles. That's well known. So what the doctors would tell me, and this was the person who told me this was an ER doc from Harvard, and he was like, oh, I tried really hard to love one of these, but it didn't work, so I did ERs. Fine, in the end you do what you like. But what he said was, I know this is a good lifestyle, so I tried to like it. I went in, I shadowed, but it didn't work for me, so I'm not going to be miserable my whole life. So this is a good thing. If you know, okay, whatever, law is a good lifestyle, or I think medicine will be a good lifestyle, go try it. Try and like it. If you didn't like it, that's fine. Also, another good thing that our dean told us, what did he say? He said picking a job is like getting married. He said don't marry for money, you'll be miserable your whole life. Marry for someone you love or who you think you're going to love. And this, a lot of people, that really helped them. So same thing with a career, okay? Something you're going to like doing. This is going to be with you your whole life. Another thing, you know, I know I say your whole life and it's like a big commitment. It's never too late. We have a guy in our school who started my year. He has 3 kids. One of them is like 18. He has a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old. And he's at school, and he's there every day, and you can't even tell. But we have tons. We have a guy who had a kid and just had his second kid earlier this year. So it's not too late. We have a guy who was a NASA engineer for like 5 years, and then he was like, oh, I want to change a career. He changed medicine. I want to do it. It's going to make you happy. There's a lot. There was a guy who was also he started a company in like the whole electronics and web design. Apparently he became a millionaire. This was way in the beginning when internet was starting. And he was like, I think I'll be happier being a doctor. I like helping people, so he switched careers. And he was like 40. His parents were going crazy. They're like, what are you doing? You're wasting time in school. But if you can do it at any time in your life, okay. So this is a good thing to keep in mind, which also came up earlier. And I think you'll be able to do this. You will do this regardless of what career you go into. If you're a teacher, you're going to help people. I know, like, I always think of my high school science teacher who made me work so hard. And you know, anything will affect someone. Just have that intention. And when I was in high school, so I'm trying to do all the things that helped me. And what another saying was my dad, and I think this was a hadith, I'm not sure, but he said, you pick your job based on 3 things. First, your family's needs, and your community's needs, and your needs. So if your family, if your family needs something, like if they need they need sustenance, you're not gonna say, oh, I'm just going to be the guy who plays the drums at like the busy intersection and collect donations, because I love to do that. Well, your families, they also have needs. You have to be considerate of the family. And then second, if your family has no needs, they're fully satisfied, or they will be satisfied with any job, what does your community need? If your community, everyone's like getting deported or something because the law system is so going crazy, then there's a need for lawyers. You should heavily consider doing that. My dad wanted me to be a gynecologist because he was saying all of the people who are delivering kids are men. This is not